Hey everyone, Brian McManus Real Estate Weekly Update, week 29. We're calling this one a little bit early. It's Sunday afternoon actually. We're still in week 28, but thought we'd get our weekly update done so that we've got a busy day Monday with quite a bit sort of coming through at the moment. What we've got going on is a very interesting market. So profit and loss pretty important at the moment. All the facts and figures stack up, and if they do, we're finding that good solid offers coming in. But if there isn't anything to base the purchase on, that's when the challenge sort of sets in. So always good to get properties on the market, but what we're finding is the days on market for good stock, well priced, are selling pretty quickly. And there's a little bit of interest into bringing some pubs back, regional pubs. So certainly it's certainly worth getting appraisals done now, whether it's from specialists, hotel brokers, or the resi guys. I think the resi guys do struggle a little bit in the business side, but if you can't get one of the business brokers to come out, I come out to pretty much the whole of the state. You'd have to be very remote for me not to, or maybe you're not just quite ready yet. Just going through Young at the moment. Lovely town. Just keeping an eye on the speed. Not that I speed, it's just the changes in the speed limits. So yeah, there's some of the stock it's quite interesting at the moment. Some of the stock's sticking around, and it's hard to sort of put a finger on it, other than if your buyer is using city money, we're finding it hard to get lenders via postcode. So these lenders tend to be using algorithms and limiting any loss or limiting risk. So certain postcodes are out, certain postcodes are in, population based, 20,000 and above, always good. So yeah, taking all those things into account, but you still have to market. You still have to be on the market. We've been calling on a couple that we haven't been to for a long time, number of years, which is really good. It's good to see people haven't seen for a long time, and actually strike on a Sunday. You tend to strike a lot of the business owners actually on site on the Sunday, so it's nice to have a quick chat. Don't take up too much of their trading time. So yeah, moving forward, I would say spend a bit more on marketing would be my advice, whether it's with me or whether it's actually with another agent. I would say that we're did nearly 1 million views in a couple of weeks. We went from 10 million to 11 million views on Google, and it sort of tells you that our viewing is up dramatically. But and this is the kicker, the marketing is getting out and there are more people viewing, but we have to have that volume of viewing, increased volume of viewing, to actually attract cash unconditional buyers. So it just goes to show you do have to change your marketing. You must be hitting social very, very hard just to get the end result. So back in the day when you could go, oh well, to have an increase of 300,000 or 400,000 viewings is amazing, which it is, but at the end of the day, we're not in the marketing business. We're in the selling of hotels, motels, caravan parks, and luxury homes. So we've had to increase just to hold the same inquiry, if that makes sense. And then we are, it goes back to almost when I started in '86, where we used to run the buyer into the banks. We never had brokers. We never had mortgage brokers back in those days. We had access to the wholesalers, ANZ and what have you. So, and we would run them into the bank. Sometimes even, drive them over from the real estate office to the bank, make the appointment, drive them over and get the finance. So what I'm saying at the moment is there's a bit of a lack of stock. Good stock with good books. So here's I did a course just recently on finance. Now, I'm not a financial expert, but finance from a real estate agent's perspective is probably what I'm saying. And what came out of that is the guidelines and this postcode thing, which I was kind of aware of the postcode thing, but didn't realise how hard it was. So, certain postcodes just, there's lenders out there, and lots of them, not just one or two. I'm talking 20 lenders or 30 lenders that won't lend on hotels, motels, caravan parks at certain postcodes. End of story. Won't lend under $20,000 population. End of story. So when they make these blanket bans, it makes it very hard for really good businesses to actually get buyers other than cash buyers or buyers that have their funding organised. And it is affecting the end result benefit of selling and settling certain properties. That all being said, if you've got your books in order and you're showing a profit, that's a big tick. Having printouts of tills and uncertified accounts, the banks they're just not taking it anymore. I suppose they've been burnt, and if you can't raise finance, you can't hold out for good money, and if you can't prove your income, and they are looking at ledgers now, they're just not looking at profit and losses. They want to see your line and cup orders and accounts being paid, and they're very particular. So that's the pub side of things. On the motel side, it's kind of a similar thing. You know, they want to see that you're paying yourself. They want to see that there's been maintenance done on the properties. It's not been deferred. It's not all been deferred. All that sort of thing. So there's a highlight of week 29 for you. From my perspective, we're on the road. We're still listing. We now are spending a lot more time in the appraisal area. We did we're about to do another trip. We did 29 appraisals in our last trip, and we'll be going back over all those properties to make sure that we've got 3 years of ledgers. Everything sort of makes sense, so that we can, when it is time to bring it to the market, we're one step ahead. We've got finance in place. You know, it's pre-approved from these lenders that we've gone through and done that hard work initially. So it could take a month to get the contract, to get your certified accounts over 3 years, but then you'll be ready to sell and private tree or auction, either or. So yeah, if you're looking to come into the market or you want an updated appraisal, I may have done your appraisal 12 or 24 months ago, give us a call. Brian 0402970217, Brian at McManusRealEstate.com. And buying, if you are buying and you're now in a position where you're ready to buy, get on our database and you get to see the off-market properties. You'll see the auctions before they come to the market. So, and we're finding that off-market sales quite high at the moment. Have a wonderful week 29, everyone, and speak to you soon. Give us a call. Remember, when I'm on the road, we're out of area a lot. Can be out of area for up to 8 hours, and that's where we may have stopped, run out of road, those sorts of things. So just be patient. Text, email. Sometimes the texts get through when we're in and out of coverage, whereas won't get the emails and won't get phone coverage. So anyway, have a wonderful week 29, and we'll talk to you soon.